As promised, it is our pleasure to bring in one of the most dynamic Chicago Bears in the history of the Chicago Bears, who absolutely knew because he's in the thick of it that the Bears would be 9-3 and that they'd be playing the Green Bay Packers and that they'd be, even perhaps on the way to the Super Bowl. Spice Adams, you're the best. Working with Red Baron today, humble pie. We'll get to that in a second. But why'd you take us back to training camp and the moment that you saw, you know what, they might start 0-2. But Ben Johnson, Caleb, Amin Agbamiga, somebody I could see something cooking here, or maybe we can just go straight and say like I'm completely surprised by this. I don't know where I'm like where are you at with what's happened with this team this year? It's pretty amazing.
Well, I love Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be the guy for the future. And his rookie year, I think he only threw like 5 or 6 interceptions or something like that. Like that's something that you can build on. And the fact that we have a young coach coming in and Ben Johnson that's going to completely shake up the league, which he did with the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. I'm from Detroit. Listen, I had to be a fan of individuals. I had to be a fan of Barry Sanders because I knew that the Lions were going to lose, but I knew Barry was going to rush for over 100 yards. So in order to save me from being sad every week, I was just a fan of Barry Sanders because I knew ultimately that the Lions were going to lose the game, and they did. And it worked out for me because I took my heart out of it because it's painful to go 0-16 and to lose like every year 2-14. But to turn that team around, you got to be special. So I knew in training camp that it was only going to be a matter of time this season when we were going to be considered good. And here we are.
Yeah, it's certainly been a lot of fun. You're pretty close with the team. You do a lot of fun content with the players, and we as fans always really enjoy the stuff you're putting out there. And so I'm just curious, like from a vibe standpoint. I mean, you were a part of some locker rooms with the Bears that were pretty close, and what sense do you get in terms of the continuity and chemistry? Because last year this was a team that lost 10 games in a row. Didn't seem like everybody was getting along all that great. And now it's like a war rally cry after every game. Like these guys are ready to run through a brick wall for each other.
Yeah. Well, winning do that to you. Everything seems to be hitting on all cylinders when you're winning. Like everybody's high-fiving each other. Everybody's singing. Everybody's dancing and skipping around. Like everybody's upbeat at the office. There aren't that many arguments. Things are looking good. But the thing is, you got to take it one game at a time, and you got to get hot at the right time. And it seems like we're doing all those things, but it's just a great thing to be a part of, man. It just puts you in a better mood when you start winning, and it's just easier to navigate. I mean, just going to the gas station. I mean, it's just different, man. It's just a different type of air, different type of vibe around here, man. It's like I'm starting to understand what it was like in 1985. Every week is just like Monangai rushed for 100 yards. Oh, Swift, now he rushed for 100 yards. And this person had 2 touchdowns. And Caleb took a step forward. And the special teams did this. And the defensive line did this. And we had this takeaway. And every week is something, man. And it's a great thing to be a part of and a great thing to see, especially in the city of Chicago.
What are you seeing from Montez? Because he started out slow and now he started to get some. He's getting basically a sack a week. But I'm also looking at it like it's sort of like he's holding his position and he's just in the right spot, and then he's able to get guys to the ground versus blowing by guys and being that insane dude that's just really causing havoc.
Yeah, I think he's having a solid year. He doesn't have like the flashy numbers that you would expect for him to have, but he's just been consistent. In any game he could break out and get 2 sacks or 3 sacks or, had that forced fumble, which he's so good at. And I think he's starting to show everybody the reason why he's here. And I just think now he's really going to turn it on now because they got playoffs in the sights now. So it's December ball is going to be different, So I would expect to see more flashy plays out of him these next couple of weeks.
Well, obviously, you have a lot of experience on the defensive line. So, when we're talking about Montez and that defensive line group, I'm sure they're wanting more production than they've had so far this season. But, how do you break this down? Because, everybody just looks at the sack totals, but yet they have created a lot of turnovers, and the secondary certainly gets the lion's share of those, credits. But at the same time, if you watch the tape, seems like the defensive line is creating a lot of the pressure that causes, the ball to get thrown as an interception. So I'm just curious, what does this defensive line need to do here in the month of December to try to help elevate this team from, a playoff contender to a Super Bowl contender?
They have to continue doing what they're doing. Get all the takeaways, and the guys up front, Grady and Davis, stop the run. Billings, get in there and stop that run, earn the right to rush the passer. And I think what the Bears do very well is they play great as a unit. You may not see all of the things that show up in the on the stats, like the sacks and the forced fumbles, this and that, but you will see guys in their pass rushing lanes. You will see guys being disciplined. And you will see a lot of the DBs breaking on the ball because they trust that the rush is going to be there. And when you get rush and cover, and this is something that Peanut and I talk about all the time, is rush and cover, because that relationship is so important. Because if you're a DB, you can break on the ball because there's going to be pressure there. And so there won't be a lot of pump fakes. And when you get that trust in your DBs that the defensive front is going to be there, that's when you start getting all the interceptions. And I think that the Bears need to continue doing what they're doing, just turn it up a notch. Start seeing those things on the stat sheet.
So you mentioned 85, and you're getting the feeling what that was like, and you announced your retirement. If I remember, you were like a Renaissance man or a forward thinker going YouTube. So I'm wondering, what can these guys do to take it up a notch? I mean, you're a creative character. You could maybe they need this team. We got Ben Johnson taking his shirt off. We got hot dogs going all over the place.
I know what you're getting at.
There's something that this team, there's a feeling going on here, Spice. Maybe you can guide them to what's possible.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this game here, man. Like, I think in 85, they were doing the Super Bowl shuffle before they even went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you got to leave that alone. I don't think you could try to recreate anything like that. You got to leave 85 alone, man, and just marvel at it and just respect it. But just leave it alone, man. When you try to recreate something that's already great, sometimes it don't turn out the way that you want it to.
Yeah. No, the Patriots did a video that year too.
It would be fun though, and
yeah,
I would definitely love to be involved if there's something like that. I mean, I got a couple little muscles. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ben Johnson could take the shirt off, man, and have a muscle off or something like that, man. Like I'm ready. Let's do it.
To that point, I mean, it has started to become a phenomenon here in the city that, Ben Johnson rips his shirt off in the locker room, free hot dogs for the city, compliments of the Wiener Circle. And I was at the Wiener Circle the other day, and you've got like 10 fans ripping their shirt off, chanting good, better, best, and everyone's like, this rally cry is just like spreading everywhere. And then I see you and Peanut, ripping your shirt off the other day on Marquee.
Yeah.
I mean, so I kind of feel like this has become the thing.
You know what? Matter of fact, I'm just playing.
Tarps off for the city. I mean, I feel like this is kind of where it's going. Is just this is going to become like that moment that everyone remembers from like when the Ben Johnson era started. Everybody seems to be getting in on the action.
Yeah, it's fun, man. And I think the world just revolves differently when the Bears are winning. I mean, you're talking about the flagship of the NFL. Like this is the team. This is the team. And when Chicago is doing well, I think everybody is just in a better mood. Like I haven't met anybody who hated on Walter Payton, like ever in my life. Like, I mean, you had some Barry Sanders fans and some people you had some Emmitt Smith fans, but you could not deny sweetness. You can't. Like, you turn on the film, you get inspired. Like, this man was doing things that no other human should be doing on a football field. I mean, like, Chicago, man, it's such a great town. If you're not from here, please come and visit. It is very, very nice place to be, and great at football, man. Yeah. And the fans love football here, man. So it's just like it's a breath of fresh air when we're winning around here, man. Make you want to take your shirt off.
Absolutely. The city is on fire right now. And if the Bears beat the Packers here on Sunday,
oh my gosh,
like this next week after the game will be absolutely insane. So what are your thoughts on this game here on Sunday? You know, not many people gave them a chance against the Eagles last week. And
correct.
I don't know if we've seen a team out there physically dominate another team of that caliber like the way the Bears had on that primetime stage. And now they get another test here on the road in Green Bay. What are you thinking in terms of this matchup and an opportunity for the Bears to really put a stamp on what they're doing right now?
Well, like you said, nobody expected them to go into Philly and beat the Super Bowl champ Eagles, and they did that. So they could do the same thing at Lambeau, and that would be amazing. As you know, the city of Chicago, we don't like that green team up north. So that'll be great if we can go into Lambeau, silence that crowd, and make Jordan Love look very pedestrian, make Josh Jacobs look very pedestrian the same way they did with Jalen Hurts. Well, not so much Jalen Hurts because he's passing to A.J. Brown going crazy, but they stopped Saquon Barkley, you know. So if they can get to Jordan Love, they can pressure him, if they can stop the run, we can win this game for sure. 100%.
Real quick before Mark wraps, I apologize, Mark, but Briggs does say hi. We watched your clip of you calling him out about his halftime speech in the locker room that fell flat as you guys lost, and we certainly had some fun with that. And my final thought was just wanted to say once again, I've said it to you on Twitter, but really proud of you for your weight loss journey. I know you've talked a little bit about it on Twitter, not to put you on the spot here, but I am somebody that's also struggled with my weight at times, and I know that can be hard. And I know you obviously come from a totally different world, being a professional athlete that needed to have that weight on, but really proud of you in your journey and stuff. And so just wanted to finish off by saying congrats on that.
Oh, thank you, man. And, real quick, being as though I lost all this weight, it's hard to sit here in front of this Red Baron pizza. But I don't know if you guys got Fantasy League, but Red Baron is doing something super, super cool, man. If you are the loser in a Fantasy League, then you have to eat the humble pie. And this Red Baron humble pie is complete with habanero pieces on here. It has habanero flakes. It has jalapeno. It has the Red Baron Carolina Reaper sauce on here with the spicy mozzarella ghost pepper cheese. This thing is spicier than spice. This is off the hook, man. And you see a lot of people getting hurt doing Fantasy League challenges and stuff like that. But this right here, this is cool, man. This is cool. And then your whole entire league will get classic Red Baron pizzas, man. They got this going on from now to December 15th. You can go to redbaron.com/humble pie. This is dope.
Nice. Looks fire.
Straight Pro, I was going to tee you up on it as to why you wanted to work with it. And I hear that how'd you do this year, Spice? How'd your team fare?
Oh man, my team they didn't do very well. But I wasn't the loser, So but my team didn't do well at all this year, and but I really haven't been having time to be the great GM that I normally am because my kids got a crazy schedule. But yeah, man, I do all right in fantasy league, but not enough to be around here talking too much trash.
Yeah. Spice, always great to see you. We appreciate you making time. Red Baron Humble Pie, check it out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
all
redbaron.com/humble pie. Dude, always good to see you, Spice. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime.